guess this is the first entry and I have no idea what I'm doing doll making. So a while ago I decided that I wanted to try and make a BJD, and I got so obsessed with the idea. I just sketched this on my iPad. I just wanted this very curvy, sort of Chris Sanders inspired, pin-up-y looking character, very pear-shaped, with like lovely wide set eyes, and I haven't really decided yet whether or not I want a big or a small chest. Might do 2 different chest pieces, but again, I know nothing about BJDs at all. I've never even held one in real life, so which is why this is a particularly difficult project, but I'm so excited to learn new stuff. So this is how far I am so far. It's basically just foil on the inside, just scrunched up, shaped together. Some of the places I wanted it a bit thicker, I just wrapped it around itself. So I just used my drawing as a template. I kind of put it down. I looked, okay, how thick is this part and this part? Might have made it a bit too big. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out later. I posted this on Reddit and I immediately got really good advice. Just keep studying joints, like sort this out better. I bought this to help shape the joints. I saw a tutorial where someone had one of these and they kind of kept feeding the ball joints through these holes to make sure they had the right scale. I'm gonna try that. That's the next step. So I started like figuring out, okay, I think this joint is however much that is, 38 millimeters or whatever. See, I've been looking a lot at pictures and trying to figure out how these things actually work. I'm still a little bit mystified about how you cut the slits for the elastic and how the channels work and how you make it stable and all this sort of stuff. I really love this extreme curve bow-leggedness. I think I'll have to give up some of the roundness of the hips just because of the construction of the actual joints in there. Yeah, I drew this up on my iPad and then I took it into Photoshop and set the image size to be A3 because I knew that the printer at my workplace could print A3, and I scaled it and used the measuring tool to make sure it had like an approximate size that I wanted. I think this is like 30, 38, 39 centimeters, which from what I gather is a sort of a basic BJD size. I have no idea about wig size, eye size, all these things. I'll just have to the eyes is kind of like a big thing I'm worried about because I really want those nice glass eyes or acrylic eyes that you can get, but I don't know what size eyes to sculpt around, so that's another thing to figure out. On my drawing I drew these red lines, which is the outer part of the joints, and the blue lines, which gives me an idea of what I want the inner part of the joint to look like. I think I first accidentally designed this to be a single joint, but I think I want it to be a double joint. I'm not really sure how well the knee is gonna bend, because if I want her to be able to kneel or sit on her heels, I think this big curve might get in the way. Anyway, it's a good argument that I should have done this in 3D first, just because I work as a 3D artist and I basically do lots of characters, and it would have been the simplest thing to do to just, you know, build it in ZBrush or whatever, ZBrush, but I wanted to try and sculpt more, and I really like the tactileness of actually working with clay. So I decided to sculpt her in paper clay. This is a Das brand paper clay. It seemed like the the cheapest option and kind of what most people were suggesting. So I thought that was a good starting point. This is the first layer of paper clay. It's very, very rough. It's nowhere near anything. I think the legs and the torso are still wet. I did them yesterday, even with a thin layer. They're not dry yet. I have this sheet of references that I used. I, again, didn't know anything about BJDs before starting this, so I found that I'm really loving Cooler Theory's work. She made the doll called Eerie, and I thought her stringing guide was really helpful for me, who has never seen a ball jointed doll in real life, kind of seeing these x-ray cross sections of how the joints fit together, what kind of elastic she uses, and this sort of thing. So that's really cool. There's a couple of real life people that I thought were really beautiful, and I wanted to use a bit as reference for the face. Another picture of Eerie, and a couple of Doll Chateau pictures. I think Doll Chateau was like the first thing that really got me excited about BJDs. I saw one that was like it's like a centaur, but with human legs, and I thought it was the strangest and most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. So yeah, never got around to buying that. Guess I could, but now it's more fun making one. So well, wish me luck. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I'll check in soon and give you an update.